The emergency beacon pulsed crimson against the black of space. A silent scream amidst the void. Lieutenant Thomas Reed squinted at the radar display, running calculations in his head. The distress signal originated from the edge of the Arcturus system, well beyond any established trade routes. Dispatch, this is Patrol Vessel Horizon. I'm picking up a Class 3 emergency beacon near the outer belt, requesting permission to investigate. Permission granted, Horizon. Proceed with caution. That's disputed territory. Thomas adjusted his course, the small patrol ship's engines humming as they pushed toward the signal. Humanity had only recently established itself as a spacefaring species, and while they weren't the most technologically advanced civilization in the galaxy, they'd earned a reputation for reliability and courage that had served them well in diplomatic relations. The source of the signal came into view. A sleek vessel of unfamiliar design, its hull breached in multiple places. The damage pattern suggested weapons fire rather than collision with debris. Thomas scanned for life signs, expecting to find none. A single heartbeat registered on his biosensor. He maneuvered alongside the crippled ship, magnetic clamps engaging with a solid thunk. The airlock cycled, and Thomas stepped into the alien vessel, environmental suit protecting him from the near-vacuum conditions. The ship's interior was bathed in the eerie blue of emergency lighting. Thomas moved carefully through the corridors. Following the life sign reading, he found her in what appeared to be the command center, a slender figure with pale blue skin and delicate features, pinned beneath a collapsed support beam, her eyes, large and iridescent, fixed on him with a mixture of fear and desperate hope. "I'm here to help," Thomas said, knowing his translation software would convert his words. "I'm human. My name is Thomas." The alien's eyes widened slightly. "Lyra," she managed, her voice strained. "My crew?" Thomas hesitated, then shook his head. "I'm only detecting your life signs. I'm sorry." Working quickly, he used a portable jack to lift the beam. Lyra's legs were badly injured, but her physiology was resilient. With careful movements, Thomas carried her back to his ship, administering emergency first aid from the xenobiology kit. "Your ship was attacked," he said as they cleared the wreckage. "Who did this?" Lyra's expression darkened. "Harvesters. They target isolated vessels for technology and—" She paused. "Biological specimens." Thomas nodded grimly. Every spacefaring race had stories about the harvesters, though human encounters had been mercifully rare. "You're safe now. I'm taking you to Station Aurora. They have medical facilities for multiple species." At Aurora Station, Lyra was placed in intensive care. Her people, the Tyrians, sent representatives immediately. Thomas learned they were an ancient species, technologically advanced but few in number. Every life was precious to them. During her recovery, Thomas visited daily. At first, it was to provide details for the incident report, but soon their conversations drifted to personal histories, cultural exchanges, and philosophical debates that stretched into hours. "Your species is young," Lyra observed one day, her strength returning. "But you act with such certainty. Most humans I've met share this quality." Thomas smiled. "We've had to adapt quickly. The galaxy isn't always welcoming. Yet you answered a distress call in disputed territory without hesitation." "Anyone would have." Lyra's silver-flecked eyes studied him. "No, it wouldn't have." As weeks passed, Lyra's gratitude evolved into something deeper. The tall, rugged human with his direct manner and unassuming courage fascinated her. Thomas, in turn, found himself drawn to her keen intellect and the quiet strength that had helped her survive. When the time came for Lyra to return to her homeworld, she approached Thomas with a formal proposal. "My people wish to establish stronger ties with Earth," she explained. "We need a human liaison, someone who understands both our ways." Thomas raised an eyebrow. "And you're offering me the position?" "I'm requesting you specifically," Lyra admitted, a subtle shift in her skin tone betraying emotion. "Working together would be beneficial for both our species." What began as diplomatic cooperation soon blossomed into something unprecedented. Despite their physiological differences, Thomas and Lyra discovered complementary perspectives that made them a formidable team in interstellar negotiations. Their personal connection deepened, crossing boundaries of biology and culture. You know this is unprecedented, Thomas said one evening as they watched the twin moons of Tyria rise, a human and a Tyrian. Lyra's fingers, long and elegant, intertwined with his. The universe is full of unprecedented things. That's what makes exploration worthwhile. Their relationship caused ripples across multiple worlds. Some disapproved, but many more saw it as emblematic of a new era, one where species could find common ground beyond mere alliance. A year after the rescue, harvesters launched a bold attack on a human colony. The response was swift and unexpected. A joint Tyrian-human defense fleet, commanded by Thomas and Lyra, employing tactics that blended human adaptability with Tyrian precision. The victory was decisive. Standing on the bridge afterward, Lyra gazed at Thomas with undisguised admiration. "You saved more than just me that day," she said softly. "You opened a door." Thomas smiled, remembering the damaged ship and the single heartbeat that had changed the course of his life. Sometimes the most important discoveries are the ones we never set up to find. Their embrace, witnessed by the mixed crew, symbolized something powerful, that across the vastness of space, beyond differences of evolution and origin, connection remained the greatest force in the universe.